A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is class 11th, subject economics. Dear students, today we will learn what is economics. That is, how can we define the subject economics. Dear students, most of the people think that the subject economics is related all about money. However, in actual practice, economics is not just about money. Dear students, most of our daily, monthly, or life choices have nothing to do with money. Yet they are still the subject of economics. For example, your decision about whether would you go for national tour or whether you should utilize this much of time for the preparation of competitive exams, or whether you should take a job to support your siblings or parents or save the earnings for the future. All of these are economic decisions. So economics is all about economizing or being efficient. That is, not to make foolish or wasteful choices about how to spend or budget your time and money. However, this idea about economics is just like to break the peak of iceberg, because economics is a wide and vast subject, and to give any precise definition about this subject is very difficult. Dear students, many definitions have been given by economists from time to time about the subject economics. For example, according to Adam Smith, which is known as the father of economics, according to him, an inquiry into the nature and causes of wealth of nations is known as economics. Similarly, according to Robbins, economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and secular means which have alternative uses. According to Marshall, economics means a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It examines the part of individual and social actions which is mostly closely connected with the use of material requisites of well-being. According to Jim Canis, economics is defined as the study of administration of secure resources and of the determinants of income and employment. Therefore, dear students, from these definitions, we can say that there is not any Therefore, dear students, we can say that there is not any precise definition of the subject economics. To define it as a science of wealth is too narrow, and to define it as a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life is so broad. Now, to define it as the study of material welfare is too narrow, and to define it as a science of scarcity or choice of human valuation is again too wide. Therefore, from the discussion we may say that every time a person faces a dilemma while defining the subject term economics. This is why famous economist thinks it as a wastage of time to find and investigate about any precise definition of economics. यानी कि इकोनॉमिक्स के लिए कोई मखसूस डेफिनेशन इसको देना, it is a very difficult task. Many therefore agree with Professor Winner when he says that economics is what economics do. यानी कि according to Professor Winner ने इसकी एक अच्छी definition दी है about the definition of economics. He simply says economics is what economics do. Therefore, dear students, however, being the student of economics, you may define economics like this. Economics is a social science which deals with proper uses and allocation of economic resources for the achievement and maintenance of growth with stability. It studies how individuals, businesses, governments, and nations make choices about how to produce, distribute, and allocate resources. Therefore, my dear students, it was all about what economics is, that is, how can we define the term economics. It was all about today. Thank you for your patience. Allah Hafiz Nasir.